Greetings all, Joseph Kursky here. Welcome to Cartographic Design. Hi folks, Joseph Kursky here with you in our Cartographic Design course. We're going to have a great week, week 11, which is all about mapping imagery. You know, geotechnologies includes geographic information systems, GPS, or more broadly GNSS, global navigation satellite systems, web mapping, and remote sensing, looking at the world from a remote object. It could be a drone, a UAV, an aircraft, a satellite. So looking at the Earth from the satellite or aircraft or drone imagery. And so you might ask, well, why do we include that in our cartographic design course? Well, the reason why is because when you're communicating with cartography in modern times, you're going to think about using imagery in a variety of contexts, because imagery is very captivating. It has a lot of information in a short amount of space, at multiple wavelengths in the electromagnetic spectrum, at multiple bands, at multiple resolutions. And people with UAVs and drones can collect the imagery themselves. So there's an explosion with that, and small satellites and private companies getting involved in remote sensing, not just government agencies. There's a proliferation of remotely sensed imagery out there. So as a cartographer, you're going to be using it, and using it effectively through the principles and hands-on activities in this week in the course. So in our cartographic design course, we're going to be discussing how to represent imagery effectively so it communicates well. That is our theme. Who's our audience for the remote sensed imagery that we have in our infographics, our dashboards, our maps? We're also going to be talking about usability. That's a key theme in this whole course, but especially this week. Usability of maps. Maps are useful, but we need to talk purposefully about how to make them more useful. Now this week in our hands-on activities, we're going to be, as you probably would expect, digging into hands-on with remote sensed imagery, including representing imagery with the Landsat Lens Viewer, one of my all-time favorite tools, using imagery to look at change over space and time. So I want you to look at that from a cartographic perspective. Is it usable or not? Is it useful or not? How could it be enhanced? Because it's a web mapping application, and you have the power at your fingertips to create your own web mapping applications. And lastly, we're going to look at the Landsat Explorer, looking at imagery in different spectral bands with the swipe capability. I want you to look at that from your cartographically trained eye as well. So the Landsat Lens Viewer and the Landsat Explorer, all in conjunction with mapping imagery this week, with readings and hands-on activities, which I hope you find helpful and valuable. You and me making maps, sometimes it feels like you and me making maps. I digress. We'll see you in week 11.